The other kind of childhood story is, so growing up, my parents always told me my grandfather was a farmer, right? And so I got, as a little kid, like I had my little backyard garden, because it was be like my grandfather. It was a grandfather that he passed when my father was a child, so I never knew him. And so it was kind of an interesting history, go on to be an architect and do all these things. Much later, we were doing some kind of family genealogy history, and found out that my grandfather wasn't a farmer. He actually was an urban agriculturalist. He worked in Indianapolis in the 1940s and ran one of the largest urban agriculture programs that existed at the time. They had 100 acres of land, 600 families farming land in inner city Indianapolis. And doing the research, I came across a photo of him, and I look exactly like him. This is someone I never met. I mean, I mean, it's scary how much I look like him. And so got into like a rabbit hole doing all this research, and there was this organization. It was a black organization, black-run organization, and they redeveloped an entire part of Indianapolis in the 1940s. And, you know, for those of you who know Indiana, we call it the middle finger of the South. You know, Klan country. It was incredible what these people did. They built a park that looked at flood resilience in 1940s. They built 300 homes with self-help housing construction, so sweat equity before Habitat for Humanity, decades before Habitat for Humanity. They had a cooperative grocery store that my grandfather was the president of. They did all of these programs, and I made it through 7 years of elite education about design and urbanism, and I never heard about these black people. I heard about Le Corbusier and Robert Moses 50 different ways. So, you know, the Dr. Sutton, when she's talking about kind of knowing and recovering and reckoning with our past and history, it's an acknowledgement that our history of building, designing, planning this country has been erased, and that is a crime. And it persists to this day. And so when you have people that are in their neighborhoods and they don't see and know kind of what was there, that is something that is intentional, right? In the academy, it's written out. And so there's this sort of personal mission or work that I have that is really about constantly, wherever I can, however I can, telling this kind of story that, frankly, black and brown and women have done so much to make this country great.